Hi Cancer, this is your general reading from now until June 2021. I'm doing a 6-month reading. As always, this is general and collective, so please take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If you feel like this reading does not resonate with you, it's probably not your message at this time, so please don't force it to resonate. Yeah, also that it's not a personal reading, it's a general reading. So I'm going to do one main theme from the Witch's Oracle deck. This is something that you will see coming up over the next 6 months, every now and again, or it'll be there throughout. Okay, so this is going to be your theme for the next 6 months. Then I will do one thing that you actively need to work on over the next 6 months from the Yogic Path deck. Okay, so you might want to actively work on that over the next 6 months. Then we'll start with oracles. So I'll look at what is your energy going to be over the next 6 months, what blessings you will have, and then what might you struggle with, and then a potential outcome as well. We'll do clarifiers with the tarot, and then finally I'll get a blessing from the gods and goddesses deck. Alright, so let's start with what is one main theme for Cancer from now until June 2021. Okay, so as I was meditating on your pile, I got two words: sound and get ready. So see how it applies to you. Okay, two words are perspective. Two themes: perspective and apple. Okay, perspective is obviously you're going to either be getting new insights or you're going to be changing your perspective on certain things. And the fact that apple has come out with it, apple essentially in this deck signifies your senses, okay, the sensory organs. It also signifies hunger, also sex. So see how it resonates for you. So I feel like maybe you're going to be having a new perspective or changing your perspective over the next 6 months, especially in regards to your senses, especially in regards to things that fulfill your external senses. Okay, you might change your perspective on that. One of your senses is also the sense of sound, hearing. So I feel like if you listen carefully, Cancer, to what is being told to you or what conversations are happening around you, or even music that plays or something that you're watching on TV, I feel like those are going to help to broaden your perspective, to help to give you a different direction even. All right, so another thing that apple stands for is hunger. Now of course hunger can be hunger, physical hunger, like when you're hungry to eat food, but hunger can also be having a drive, okay, to do something or to move forward or to get something going. That a person can also have a hunger for achieving things in their life. Okay, so you're going to be changing, I feel, or adding or sort of reshuffling your perspectives on these main areas over the next 6 months. So you might find like things that gave you pleasure, like physical pleasure, whether it's food or whether it's drinks or whether it's kind of things that you're watching or kind of things that you're listening to. Your perspective on those might change over the next 6 months. All right, so nothing heavy, nice themes. Let's see one thing you want to work on from the Yogic Path deck. How beautiful is this? Krishna, you got Krishna. So something that you want to work on is embodying what Krishna stands for. Okay, so I mean, Krishna can mean different things to different people. I'll read what it means in this deck. But you want to work over the next 6 months on some qualities of Krishna. So that's God of compassion and love. What does it feel like to be totally enamored, raptured, and captivated with the love for the divine? This is the essence of Krishna. You have entered a time where you have realized love is something so much greater than passion between two people. Imagine you have sex. Apple, I said earlier, one of the explanations for apple in this deck is also sex. So you might realize that and you're going to be changing your perspective on things, on your senses, around your sensory pleasures as well. Okay, so you have entered a time when you have realized love is something so much greater than passion between two people. Instead, it is the origin of all life, where everything blossoms. You have trusted in the greater forces of the universe, and in return it supports you with its all-encompassing arms, embracing you like the stars in the sky. Continue trusting that the divine is omnipresent and that you are not only part of the universe, but the entire universe exists inside of you. Krishna also reminds you that play is a form of prayer. How beautiful. So you want to consciously work on this, Cancer. You want to work on, bringing in more compassion, more love, more devotion. Okay, not just to people in your life, but also to the divine scheme of things. So now it's not necessary that you have to be a religious person, that you have to have a deity or a god that you worship. You can just be pagan in that aspect where you worship nature and you worship elements of nature. Okay, so experience that also, Cancer. Don't only get involved with sensory pleasures if that's been your story for so long. Okay, and I feel like over the next 6 months you're going to be doing that as well. So really nice theme, really nice, something to work on as well. Okay, lovely. So let's see what is going to be your present and your energy over the next 6 months till June 2021. I love how these cards, they fly out with so much of passion and aggression. A change in the wind. Imagine I got two cards talking about perspective. So get ready, Cancer. Okay, things are going to change. You are inviting change. In fact, you are calling for change in your life. You're calling for change in the things that you're doing. Your energy is that. A sense that unseen change has been initiated, preparation for a storm, awareness that your plans are not on firm ground, feeling a shift, uncertainty about which direction the winds will blow. What did I say? The second word I got for you was get ready. So get ready, Cancer. You're inviting this change. Okay, so what might feel a little wobbly or might feel a little insecure, or you might feel like something is shifting beneath your feet, don't worry about it, okay, because you're actually wanting that change as well. You're welcoming that change as well. You're going to be changing your perspective. Keep going back to this. Keep going back to feeling a sense of being supported, feeling a sense of being loved, and knowing that whatever is happening for you. It's happening for your highest good. It is not happening to you. So even if that means that there is something that goes against plan, or doesn't pan out the way you would like it to pan out, it doesn't necessarily mean it's a bad thing. All right, maybe there's a lot of divine love in that, which is actually redirecting you, because maybe in the long run that may not have been the best solution for you. All right, so your energy is also that you are now ready for allowing anything to shift, allowing things to take you in a newer direction, to change your perspective even. Okay, to call in newness and freshness in your life. It's a beautiful image. Even though there is change, there's nothing heavy about this image. Okay, so even if you feel, you see how the zebra is so steady in terms of, the entire energy of the animal is not anything wobbly or anything, how do you say, scared or intimidated by all of this happening on top. Okay, so keep your feet on the ground. So even though you may feel that some things are shifting and you have no control, don't worry, you're protected. All right, let's look at one blessing for you guys. Not for you. How beautiful. Imagine having a blessing like this. Not for you. If there is something that you have been chasing, or if there are certain things in your life that you're wondering, and especially with the change in direction, there are certain things in your life that you're wondering, like, why aren't they coming to you, or why aren't they panning out the way you want them to pan out? It's probably because it's not meant for you. A clear knowing that something is being denied to you Rejection is God's protection. How beautiful is that? Now, oftentimes, like I just said earlier, oftentimes we feel like when things are not happening the way we want them to happen, it's a bad omen, or it's, things are going against us, or like, why is this happening to me, etc. So, remember that sometimes the divine plan is at play, and the cosmos is more intelligent than what we give it credit for. Okay, we are built from the cosmos. All right, I keep going back to this one picture that I saw, and it had a small writing beneath it. It was a picture of a snowflake, and it said, if God can put, or even the universe, if I let me not use the word God, if the universe can put so much effort into the detailing of a minute snowflake which is not visible to you and I with our naked eye, why do you then doubt that that kind of effort and even much more may have gone into making us? All right, so always keep that in mind, that if there is, you're being blessed, so whatever is not for you is going to get removed from your path. Okay, lovely blessing. So you are definitely being divinely guided, and you also got Krishna over here. Okay, so keep working on this. It's beautiful. Let me see what is one thing you might struggle with. We'll do clarifiers with the tarot to get more clarity on. Okay, so you might struggle with loyal heart, which is also why you need to work on embodying traits of Krishna. Learning to remain devoted and true even when the going gets tough. Okay, so you might feel like you're not really clear about loyalties of people, or whether they mean the best for you or not. Now these can be people who are close to you, or these can be people who you interact with maybe on a day-to-day basis. You might even start to doubt the redirection that your life is bringing along, in terms of whether it's for your good or not, and whether something good is going to come out of that or not. You might be struggling with that. Okay, loyalty in this stands for fidelity, loyalty and devotion. Okay, the message is, evidence of loyalty will appear in your life. Others will prove that they are faithful to you, and you will in turn commit fully to them. All right, so you might struggle with that, where you may not really be very sure about what really are people's motives, or what really are their true intentions, or even events as they are playing out in your life. You might not be sure whether that's really for your good, and that's really going to give you the best result. But trust in the divine, because automatically what is not meant for you, and by not for you it means basically not for your highest good, what is not meant for you is going to sort of get crumbled, or just make its way out of your life on its own. So you needn't worry about it. Keep going back to this energy. Okay, keep going back. Listen with your ears, not just your physical ears, but also with the ears of your soul. Change your perspective where it's required, and remember that you yourself are calling in the change. Okay, change in energy, change in direction. You yourself are calling that in. Okay, let's do some clarifiers. Here, Four of Cups. Says luxury over here, but I also read Four of Cups as stagnation. I also read Four of Cups as feeling really bored with feeling like there's really no growth with whatever you currently have. Okay, so I feel like that's also the reason why you are wanting a change in perspective, a change in the wind, a change in the direction. That's also why you're wanting it. Okay, so over the next 6 months you might feel like, and your energy is going to be like this, you might feel like stuff that you've been doing for very long, you're quite actually bored of it. It's not really bringing out the best in you, or it's not really giving you an opportunity to grow as much as you would like to. Whether that can be anything. That could be related to your work, that could be related to the kind of life you're living, that could be related to your habits, that could be related to the relationships you have in your life. It could be related to anything. So you have to take it as it applies to you. But primarily I feel it's going to be around how you have been thinking, or what your perspective has been for so long about what enjoyment is, or what pleasures are, or what external sensory pleasures are. And I feel like you're going to be quite bored of that. You're going to want to have more deeper meaning to your life as well over the next 6 months, Cancer. Nice energy. I'm all for change, so I love when cards show up which talk about changing things, changing times, etc. Because that's a good sign. That means we're evolving and we're continuously growing and we're continuously moving. The only things that stagnate are things that refuse to move and refuse to budge, right? So it's good to be in a fluid state. All right, let's see one clarifier for not for you. Three of Cups. You're getting cup cards. Of course, you're a Cancer. So, not for you. Abundance over here it says, but I also see Three of Cups as, especially when it's falling as a blessing in terms of not for you. Something that is not meant for you. So I feel like any situations where there is external involvement or third party involvement in your life, which means now maybe people meddling with, you should not think like this and you should think like this, or you should not do this and you should do things like this, or you should not behave like this, you should behave like that. Okay, so any kind of that kind of meddling that is happening in your life. Okay, where 3 also, we say 3 is a crowd. Okay, so external things which are not pivotal in your life, those things will automatically start getting out of your life, okay, because those are not meant for you. All right, that's one way. The other way is, if there is any third party situation, like a third especially in relationships, if you are in any relationship where whether it's an open relationship or it's a committed relationship, because now you also have loyal heart is something that you're going to struggle with, and you do have sex as a theme. So if there is anything that you're indulging in or any aspect of such that you are a part of, okay, wherein it's a third person involved, that's not meant for you. Okay, so get out of that, allow it to leave your life. All right, good blessing to have. Let me look at loyal heart. Ace of Cups. So you will struggle with this, Cancer. Something to do with emotion, something to do with, on the other hand, Three of Cups, because it's a cup card, it's an emotion based card. Any excessive emotions or any unwanted emotions that you may have which are not meant for you, which are not serving your highest good or serving your ultimate potential, those will also leave. That blessing also you have. Okay, now what you will struggle with over the next 6 months is essentially around people's motives in terms of their emotional aspect, or in terms of their essentially I feel like it's going to be in your emotional life. Okay, so what are really people meaning when they say something or when they do something? Do they mean your best? Do they not? You might also start to question yourself in terms of your emotional motives towards people in your life. Are you really loyal to them? Are you really devoted to them? Okay, you might struggle with that a little bit. Okay, and this might especially be for those of you who, if at all, you're caught in any situation. By caught I mean like you're involved in any situation which is unwarranted, or which is something that's not bringing you peace and real genuine joy and harmony. All right, so this might happen for you guys. You might struggle with some of this. Don't worry, so keep going back to this, keep going back to the devotion of knowing that there is a presence that is taking care of you. Okay, now whatever you call that presence, whether you call it God, or you call it the universe, or you call it nature, whatever that presence is, know that there is something that is taking care of you, which knows what is the best thing for you more than you can even imagine. So keep going back to that space. All right, Cancer, let's look at one potential outcome for you guys. New life. How beautiful is this, Cancer? I'm so happy for you guys. New life. What did I say? Newness is coming in. You are changing your perspective. You are inviting this change. You are inviting this shifting of things happening, more so maybe in your emotional life. Okay, and you're going to be blessed with a new life You're going to be blessed with newness, freshness, because that's exactly what you want. That's why also maybe you have stirred up the hornet's nest as well. Okay, it's a great outcome to get. Birth of new ideas, growth, opportunities, a breath of fresh air, life renewing itself. How beautiful is this, Cancer? I'm so happy. All the zodiac signs so far have got really great outcomes over the next 6 months. So I'm really, really happy. Let me do a clarifier for new life. I don't think I need to say much about this. Lovers, oh my god, Cancer, you are just nailing it. Lovely. Lovers. Something new. Everything is in this reading is about your emotional life, Cancer. So, in terms of, new, for some of you, it could be new love coming in. So, in the past, if there has been stuff that, you've been involved in a situation where you are a third person or there is a third person involved, whether it's a committed relationship or an open relationship, I don't know. There might be some struggles around that you'll feel. Don't worry, you do have a blessing for whatever is not meant for you, that will go. And then you have also new life, a new love may be coming in. This might happen for some of you. For others of you, you might be overhauling your entire emotional life. Okay, now, and by emotional life, I don't mean only the relationships in your life. I also mean things that bring you joy, things that make you happy, things that genuinely keep you at peace or genuinely bring you peace. Okay, and that can be work related, that can be home related, that can be hobby related, that can be passion related. By passion I mean like being passionate about a cause, okay, or about something, maybe sports, maybe art, whatever it may be. All right, so for others of you, you're overhauling your entire emotional life, Cancer, over the next 6 months. Okay, and in all of that, I feel like largely you're going to be changing your perspective on what how you view now sensory pleasure, or how you view a drive or a hunger or a passion to do stuff in your life. You're going to be changing your perspective on that. Maybe you might want to start being more devoted to a passion that you have. Okay, so get ready was the other word that I had got for you. And listen to conversations, Cancer. Listen to things that are being told to you. Listen to conversations even between other people and not directly to you, but just keep your ears open, because you might get some insights from there and you might get some guidance from there as well. All right, beautiful outcome. Lovely. Let me look at one blessing from the gods and goddesses deck for you guys. Okay. Saraswati, goddess of learning. Okay, so everything about you for you is learning. Her blessing is success in education, perfection of memory, enhanced intellectual ability, and mastery of musical instruments. So what did I say? Arts, something that you're passionate about. Okay, music might have great information for you or great messages for you, Cancer. So keep your ears open for any lyrics, especially that you hear and that resonate with you. There might be a message in there for you. All right, but overall I feel the next 6 months are going to be really great for you. You're going to be overhauling some aspects of your emotional life. Do not worry if you struggle with knowing whether there is loyalty at the heart of it or not, whether there is true devotion at the heart of it or not, from your side or from the other person's side, other people's side. Don't worry, if it's not meant for you, it's going to leave your life. That's the blessing you have. Okay, and you're going to be entering a new phase, either of renewed love, renewed emotion, renewed connection with the close people in your life, or with somebody entirely new. Okay, so you have to take it as it applies to you. And more than that, just keep working on being devoted, coming to a place of more compassion, love, and expanding joy to people in your life and to yourself as well. All right, so I hope that helped you, Cancer, and you guys have a great rest of January, and I will see you next month.